Hey guys, I just want to say that if you're new to the channel, please do consider subscribing. I'm a small content creator and could really use your support. I live stream 100% of the gameplay for games that I review, and I'm also always trying to keep up with the big named movies that are being released. If you would like to support the channel monetarily, you can do so through PayPal, or even better yet, you can get yourself some merch from my Teespring store. If you want to get better connected, you can do so through the social links in the description below, and please do consider joining the Discord. If you do, you can voice chat with me through my headphones while I live stream, and you won't be recorded on YouTube or Twitch. That's all I've got, guys. I hope that you really enjoy the video. Hello everyone, and welcome. Are you ready to storm the gates of hell once again? I sure am. And we're all going to be able to on September 23rd of this year, 2021. I'm Mike, and this is Mike's After Action Reviews, and this is the rapid action review of the Diablo 2 Resurrected beta. Okay guys, we're just going to jump right into it here. Diablo 2 was developed by Vicarious Visions and Blizzard Entertainment and was published by Blizzard Entertainment. It was originally released on June 29th, 2000, and the remaster, known as Diablo 2 Resurrected, is going to be released on September 23rd, 2021, as I stated in my intro. I do just want to say that the actual technical aspects of the remaster here were just excellent. This is an almost 20-year-old game, and if you don't know, it's actually been populated online for that amount of time. But the graphical upgrades that they have made are just awesome. I will say that myself, having checked out Diablo 3, I did not like it, and so I actually have an old copy of Diablo 2 that I have played, and even with the old graphics and everything, I would still be playing Diablo 2 today, except now that the remaster is coming out, of course I'm going to hop on and play the remaster, and I do think that they did a very good job of remastering this one. The graphical upgrades are awesome. So you can get this game for $40, the base game, and if you pre-order it, it will include a Diablo 2 themed Barbarian Transmog for Diablo 3. Again, that is only for pre-purchase, otherwise the base game is $40, which I do think is a fair price considering the, how should I say, mediocrity of some of the content that we're getting today. Paying $40 for an amazing, awesome game with a new, updated skin is pretty good. Rather than paying $70 for a game created in today's world that is just hit or miss, we'll just say it that way. There is a Diablo Primeval collection, which is $60. It includes, Diablo 2 Resurrected, the Diablo 2 themed Barbarian Transmog for Diablo 3, Diablo 3, Diablo 3 Reapers of the Souls expansion, Diablo 3 Rise of the Necromancer's pack, a Mephisto pet for Diablo 3, and Hatred's Grasp Wings for Diablo 3. Now, here you can see that they are obviously trying to get more players who are interested more in Diablo 2 to begin to start to play Diablo 3. I don't know for certain, but as far as how popular Diablo 3 was versus Diablo 2, but I can say that I do know quite a few people who are big into Diablo 2 that did not like some of the aspects of Diablo 3. Maybe that's something that I can kind of talk about in a later video. So if you want to see, hear my thoughts on that, leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know. There were some changes that were made. There were some great improvements. Your stash system was expanded, so that way you have more capability to store items that you want to save for later or that you don't necessarily want to use for a particular character. You can put them in your stash. There's 3 shared sections of your stash that you can basically put an item in there. Let's say you're playing a barbarian and you find a really great item that is for a druid. You can put that item into the shared stash, then go to your druid character and pull that item out instead of needing to have a mule character to swap the items out. So that's really good, and I'm really happy with that. There were some changes that were kind of sad to see. So Blizzard removed peer-to-peer multiplayer, which basically means that if I'm going to play with one of my friends, instead of being able to do what we would basically call a co-op situation where it's just us two playing the game together, you have to be on the servers, which means that, if the servers go down, I can't play local area network with my friend. And if at any point in Blizzard's, all of the things that are going on right now with Blizzard, if the servers were to stop being supported, then multiplayer is completely gone, even if you do just want to play co-op with your buddies. I'm very disappointed in this. Kind of moving into my final statement here, I just want to say, the peer-to-peer multiplayer being removed is very disappointing. They did Warcraft 3 earlier, and people were really upset that they had promised a bunch of things and then did not deliver enough changes. So now this time around, they have an opportunity to make another amazing game that is a true testament. This game is a true testament of how awesome Blizzard used to be, and the fact that it's almost 20 years old and more people want to play this one than they want to play the third one. But they had the opportunity to do this right this time, as far as releasing a remaster. And instead of really doing that, it feels more like they basically made similar mistakes to the one that they did with Warcraft 3. They said that they were not going to change anything about the game, that we were basically going to get a reskinned version of Diablo 2 with bugs and everything. And that is exactly what people wanted, and instead now they've implemented this change with multiplayer peer-to-peer being removed, which really is just absolutely terrible. I'm very disappointed in that. And to tell you the truth, it feels like Blizzard is kind of in its death throes. And I don't mean to say that I necessarily believe Blizzard is going to fail and die as a company. But it is a situation where they're releasing all of these old games and remastering old stuff instead of creating new content, which seems like it's just a little bit desperate. And then because of the new business practices and the new culture at Blizzard as far as monetization, they're trying to implement new new mechanics and new things into these games that are older, so that way they can possibly make some money. At this point right now, I don't know how exactly peer-to-peer multiplayer being removed would make them money, so that makes it even more nonsensical. But basically, like I said, I don't think that they're necessarily going to fail and go away, at least for now, as a company. But their desperation to get more people, and then also kind of their nonsensical decisions with these games, does feel like they are kind of in a situation of not, being desperate and not knowing what to do to make people come back and continue to play their games. But I will say that in this instance, I personally can understand why some people would be very frustrated with the changes that they did make as far as peer-to-peer and the changes that Blizzard is making to Battle.net. So I can understand why people would be upset about that. But at the same time, Diablo 2 is an amazing game. I mean, absolutely amazing. I am so excited to be able to play the game in a reskinned, refurbished way. Even just the single player for me is really awesome, but I am excited also to get on with the multiplayer. I'm even trying to get my wife to agree to play with me, because I'd like to have her as a party member. We can go and storm the gates of hell. So I'm gonna say that I was actually very satisfied with this remaster so far as the beta. And I already pre-ordered the full release of the game. And I think this is going to be a good one. If you're just looking for single player, I think it's going to be great. And then it is less convenient to play multiplayer with the peer-to-peer removed, but you are still going to have the servers. As far as any other changes and stuff like that, we'll have to keep an eye on it. But so far, although it is disappointing with the peer-to-peer, I think that this is going to be a really good one, and definitely one to check out when it comes out, especially if you like Diablo 3. If you like Diablo 3, you're almost certainly going to like Diablo 2.